Om Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagatgurum. So this is concept of renunciation of actions. How it is possible that in not less than 2 times in Bhagavad Gita, it is said that nobody can remain without action even for a moment. Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishtati akarmakrit. Without doing work, no one can even live for a second. And here the whole chapter is dedicated to renunciation of action. How to renounce the action if I cannot live without it? There is to be some meaning in it. What is action? Not that which is performed by the body, but all the activities where you have your agentship, where you are aware, where you are conscious about your actions. That is your action. If something happens which you are not involved with, you are not involved with. It's not your action. You are neither rewarded nor punished because of that. But there are some actions, as we have told few times, apparently it is you who do it, but you don't have a sense of doing it. For example, when you eat food, who digests? You only digest. Nobody else digests for you. But still you don't have that sense that I am digesting food or I am busy in digesting my food. Your bigger and smaller intestine put together is a meters of length. You just put food, swallowed. What is that pushes 50-60 meter in whole process of digestion? You don't do it. Something within your body is doing that. So though you are doing it, but you don't have a sense of doership. Is it possible that I be identified with that part of me or that me who doesn't do work, who is not connected with any action? When we are identified with the body, whatever body does is our work, and we are conscious of that. But just like digestion of the food, pushing the food from mouth to the exit, we don't do it, the body itself does it. But we don't have a agentship there. From the first second of your life, first moment of your life, your heart is beating continuously, at least 70 to 80 times a minute. Who does it? You do it, but you don't have a sense that I am doing it. So you, as if you are taking it objectively. My heart is beating, my pulse rate is low, or it is very high. You don't have a sense of doership there. So even if you are doing that action, you don't have a sense of action there. So it is not your action. Your action is where your doership is involved. For example, if purposefully you clap here, sitting here, so everybody will look at you. What happened to her or him? If you want to disturb others, it's your karma. You do the action. It is your action, your karma, your doership is there. But that which you do, but your doership is not there, is not your karma. In the dead of night, you are not aware. Only morning you see you killed a mosquito. You did not even remember it. So even if you have done like this, it's not your karma. Because your agentship, your doership, you are not aware about your doing karma. So he says, Krishna says, Namam karmani limpanti, name karma phale spriha. Actions do not taint me, actions do not touch me. Why? Name karma phale spriha. Because I do not have attachment with the fruits or the result of my action. Here is the clue. If you want to be free from the effect of your action, you have to be detached with the result of your action. So you say, if I am detached, I do something very wrong, will I not be punished? If you are really unaware or you are really not conscious of doing that, you should be equally not conscious of your body getting punishment. You cannot be conscious here and unconscious there. No. So, he says the karma, effect of karma doesn't taint me, doesn't affect me. Because name karma phale spriha, because I don't have spriha, desire, attachment with the karma phala, result of my actions. This principle who knows, itimam yo abhijanati, one who knows me thus, karma bhi na sabadhyate. He is not bound by his karma. Little understanding to be made clear. All of us understand, like Krishna says, karma doesn't touch me because I don't have a desire of the fruits of karma. I understand that. So now from tomorrow karma will not affect me. No. You reach that state of mind. You reach that state of mind where you are like Krishna, unaware, untouched by the karma phala because of your detachment. Then you are not bound by your action. You can find incidents in the life of some great people. Karma is done by their body. Because of that, his body is punished. And he himself says, beat him nicely. He has no right to do this. He is not mad. He is at a distance from his own body. There was a saint once upon a time. He went out, went to the market. In his own mood, samskaras of the body, he has realized up to that extent, these samskaras also don't belong to me, it belongs to this body. So went to the shop and told, I want to eat sweet. Shopkeeper said, no, if you don't give me money, you can't eat sweet. But he took one sweet and ate. Shopkeeper came, not knowing, of course. Logic is what? If somebody steals, you punish him or at least you scold him. So, old time incident. So he hit at the monk. The monk immediately told him, hit him again. He has no right to take sweets. So that fellow is concerned. He is a mad or what? If you don't understand, it is madness. We have no idea that a person can be completely free, unconscious about his physical aspect. We have no idea, we cannot even imagine. But there is a state of mind where a person is completely free. Sri Ramakrishna's incidents are there. Doctors came and checked him. There is no sign of life in his body. Pulse is not there. Heartbeats are not found. Even the doctor put his finger in his eyes. No movement of the eyeball. Both the doctors were there. MBBS doctor, not the old Ayurvedic. Ayurvedics is also great. But they were MBBS doctors. Famous doctors. One of the top doctors of Calcutta at that time, Dr. Mahendralal Sarkar. He said to the disciples, Sri Ramakrishna just left us. He just passed away. Master Mahashaya was there. He said, he will be in bliss. Just wait for a while. And he comes back in this body again as if. They are amazed. How it is possible that there is not even heartbeats are there. No sign of life is there. Where he had gone and where he entered, how this is not science. Science doesn't accept that. Just now I was talking to one gentleman. When you say scientific, is what science you know. There could be hundreds and thousands of different sciences. With this science doesn't have even access to that. Could be there are many. I don't want to tell you and then that it is miracle mongering or mysterious something, no. There are existences in the same space but on a different level, different frequency of existence, so we cannot see them. Do you see any radio waves here? You don't see. Do you see any Wi-Fi related waves here? You don't. Because your body and your mind are not tuned to recognize and experience those waves. But the mobile phone has. So you can see the internet is only one dot is there, so it is very poor. You can't understand, machine can understand because it is made like that. Does it mean that just because I don't experience radio waves or Wi-Fi waves or something, that's why it is not there? No. It is there, but it is on a different frequency, it is on a different level of existence. That's why we do not see. Our tradition says, many traditions in the world also says this. We use generally two words, and people are afraid of that. One is called Bhuta, one is called Preta. Oh, Bhuta and Preta, we don't talk about it, very, very fearful. Bhuta means past, Preta means one who has already gone. One who is gone in Sanskrit is called Preta. Preta. A person talking to you, moving in front of you, singing, speaking, hearing, doing all kinds of actions in front of you, suddenly can become zero. And you give one word called he passed away. He doesn't become zero, correct? There is some part which was connected with the body is now no more connected with the body, so body doesn't show the manifestation. Take example, modern example. Can you operate a computer if there is no monitor? If you disconnect the monitor with CPU, whatever you see on screen is already there. You can type also, you can do everything, but you can't see on the screen because screen itself is not there. Screen is disconnected. But that doesn't mean computer is dead. Computer is not dead. In the same way, this body is like a monitor. The consciousness was able to be reflected through this body. That left this body. So the body becomes nothing on the screen. So who lives? Somebody took away my CPU. Monitor is there, but nothing can be seen because it is not connected with CPU. That CPU will be connected with other monitor. We call it next life. And then that file opens up. And there was something very interesting file. So people say, how in a small age he can play violin? CPU was already there. All the music which you stored was already there. Only manifestation was not there. He got an instrument called body, got manifested. So, Krishna says, understand this truth. When he says, iti mam yobijanati, one who knows me, means, as I have done, you do. That he says in the next sloka. Evam jnatva, knowing, having known thus, or having known this, what? Karma will not touch you if you are not attached to the result of karma. That is truth. Krishna says, I am the example. Follow me. Knowing this, kritam karma, one who performs duties, knowing this, that karmas cannot touch me. Karmas will not touch you provided you are not connected with the karma in form of attachment, in form of your desire of fruits. If you don't have any expectation of fruits out of this, result out of it, you can do hard work. Success and failure doesn't touch you. Because you are detached. You say, no, this is not I just came to help. Not that you are shrinking from responsibility, not from that negative point of view. You are detached. Purvairapi mumukshubhihi. Like these duties were performed by many people who were looking for liberation. They have done this. Having known this, duties were performed even by the ancient seekers of liberation. They have done this. Kuru karmaiva tasmatvam. So you also do like this if you want to have that result. Therefore you undertake action itself as it was performed earlier by your predecessors, saints. When we consider Sri Ramakrishna as an ideal, not that all of us start growing beard, no. We follow the life which he led, the purity, devotion, renunciation. If you can do 1% of that, if you do, already 1% Ramakrishna you become. You may not be able to do, I may not be able to do 100%. Even 2%, 3%, 1%. If we do, then only there is a meaning of calling him as our ideal. Otherwise, no. When we end of the last class, I was telling that we will talk about it. What you do is not important. With what attitude you do is important. We have a nice story in Mahabharata. A monk did a lot of austerities and all that. Was going from one village to another village. On the way in the forest, took rest under the tree. And there were two birds sitting on the branch of the tree. And birds are birds. So the bird's droppings fell on him. The monk is supposed to tolerate. Story says that he got angry. And he looked at the bird with that anger. And the two birds fell down and died. Story. He went forward. Now he is hungry. So went to a house asking for bhiksha, asking for alms. So the lady told, please wait. I am giving bath to my husband. He is invalid. It will take time. You have to wait. And he thinks he is a great man. He is a monk. How dare you tell me to wait? Leave that job and come and give me. Lady from inside, while giving bath to the husband, says to this monk, Sir, I am not one of the bird towards whom you will look and I will die. That monk says, nobody was there in the forest. How this lady came to know about it? So he waited. Lady came, gave whatever bhiksha. And he told mother, how you know this incident which happened few hours before? So the lady said, I just know, I don't do any tapasya, I don't do any sadhana, I don't have any siddhi. I am a householder, I do only that I serve my family. But I serve my family with utmost devotion, what you put in your spiritual practice. Because of that I know. Then the monk became very aware. And he says, please teach me. I want to be your disciple. I am not a guru. You will get a guru, go to the town. When you enter the town, you will find one butcher cutting the animals and selling the meat. He will teach you. So his ego was again hurt. I am a monk and he is a butcher, a sinner. How he can teach me? But he went. The butcher was the blood spots everywhere and is cutting the meat. And said, oh, the old lady sent you. Again problem came. How does he know? This lady told me a few minutes before. He says, sir, how you came to know that the lady has sent me? I do not do any austerity. I do my karma, which is cutting the animals and selling the meat. But I do with utmost devotion. What you do externally is not important. Sri Ramakrishna says this, not me. God sees the mind. God doesn't see the work. Bhagawad mon dekhen, kas dekhen na. God sees the mind. He doesn't see the work you do. Because work comes according to your karma, your prarabdha. But with what attitude you do. People do very insignificant small work with so much ego. People do huge works with so much humility. So it could be like that. Then that butcher taught this monk Vedanta. Then again question come to this monk. Sir, you are such a learned man. Why you are doing this kind of heinous work? He said, no, this is my family business and I am doing that. No work is small or big. Because that butcher in Sanskrit is called Vyadha. That's why whatever he taught to the monk is called Vyadha Gita. It's a small book. And he taught about how to realize the truth. The purpose of telling this story is only this much. That whatever work we do, yes, in a worldly sense, your ability to do that work, and the world gives response to it in form of your remuneration. But from spiritual point of view, it is not the big work which you do, but it is the spirit with which you do this work. That could make difference. I just 2 days before also I talked about it to someone. We had a president, Swamiji, before Swami Gautamanandaji, Swami Smarananandaji. He has come to Singapore. So another Swami who knew him many years went and told, Maharaj, I have seen you, a young monk, and I had just joined at that time. Now you are the president of the Ramakrishna order. Thakur has selected you. Smarananji beautifully taught. Why you are making much of it? Few years before, one Swami passed away. So they had to elect a trustee of the Ramakrishna Mission. And their seniors found that let him become trustee. And the Sangha voted for me. So I became trustee. Then the responsibility was given to me as a general secretary. So I was a general secretary for 14 years. Atmasthananji passed away. So the Sangha, the order told me to become president, and here I am. There is no difference between me and the newest ordained monk. All of us are doing his work. I am doing president's work. He is doing kitchen work. There is no difference in spirit. Yeah, because of seniority, because of this and that, you are given a job, you do it. But it is the spirit of dedication, surrender, etc. is more important than the work what you do. There are some incidents where the work is smaller, but if you remember this principle, it doesn't matter. One boy joined the order, he's senior to me, and came and told to headquarters, sorry, I never went to school. I'm not good in reading and writing. So you join the order, some work you have to do. No, what work you will do? No, I can look after the cows. I'm good in that. So Swami at that time, could be Vishuddhanji or could be Vireshwarayanji. Enough. You are able to do Thakur's work, all works are same. Because I can speak, I am giving lecture. Because you cannot, you do other work. Not that one who gives lecture is better than one who looks after the cows. No. We used to make point during Direct Disciples' birthday and celebrations day to go and do pranams and don't miss that Swami. He will be collecting the cow dung and making the upalas or whatever we say. And we say, Maharaj, we want to do pranam. Hey, wait, I will wash my feet before I come because his feet are dirty. And we all go and do pranams to him. It is not the work what you do, but it is the spirit with which you do. So, what work is good? Which is better? Which is higher? Which is lower? Difficult to say. Kim karma, kim akarma iti, kavayopi atra mohita. Kavi means jnani. Even Holy Mother says it. Kavi means jnani. Even the intelligent people. Who is Kavi? Kavi generally is a poet who writes poetry. Kavayah kranta darshayah. There is a book called, forgetting the name, Amar Kosh. Amar Kosh is a small book, very, very small book, where the basic few hundred, I think, words are given in terms of definition. Simple book. People memorize many times. In that it is there. Kavaya Kranta Darshaya. What is Kranta Darshi? One who can see the future. Which poetry become famous? If you write, oh, the curtain is blue and the roof is white, people say everybody of us can see. This is not a poetry. But when you say, which even if people see a blue curtain, Nobody's mind it comes, but his mind it comes. The curtain is blue, like a cloud laden with water. That blue. Wow, this example is something different. Kalidasa was a great poet, written many works of Kalidasa, is very famous in Sanskrit literature. He was like that. That's why this is the upama, the examples and similes, nobody can overtake, nobody can do better than Kalidasa himself. Kalidasa is in Meghaduta. Kalidasa is explaining this dark cloud, and it is pitch dark in the night. So Kalidasa uses a word, the surrounding was so dark, even a pin cannot be pricked in that. It is a solid dark, so much solid the pin cannot go in. Darkness has nothing to do with the pin. But the reader can understand where the pin cannot penetrate. That much solid darkness is there. So Kavi is intelligent or a jnani who sees better, clearer, or in a different way than the normal people. So here Sri Krishna says, even these intelligent people are also confused. Which is karma, which is akarma, which is good, which is not. Tatte karma pravakshyami. Now I will tell you what is karma. Even the intelligent are confused as to what is action and what is inaction. I shall tell you of that action. What action he is going to tell? Yad gnatva mokshase ashubhat. I will going to tell you some action, knowing which you will be free from negativities, free from evil. Evil not in a negative sense. That which is negative, that which is your obstacles in your life, you can be free from that. You can go beyond that, or you can resolve it. Why? What is that karma? So he will make a little background first before he tells us. Karmano hi api bodhavyam. There is something to be known about action. Bodhavyam cha vikarmana. And also something is there to be known about prohibited action. Action is an action, but actions are varieties. One is an action which we should do, one is the action which you should not do. Akarmanascha bodhavyam. Something has to be known about inaction, not action, not doing. Gahana karmano gatihi. And the effect of karma is very, very difficult to ascertain. Sometimes we don't understand. Is it possible? Is it logical? I eat chili and your mouth burns. It is illogical. Correct? Yeah, that's understood. But there is something which is invisible, but it affects you. Sri Ramakrishna gives an example. For example, you thought, I want to feed, I want to give food to people. We also give to migrant workers and celebration time devotees, and we give. Because we want to be detached with that. I am only organizing this celebration. I am not giving anything to anybody. Why? If you give, having that agentship, I am giving food to these people. So I gave you food. You got energy by eating that food. With that energy, you did a bad karma. Result of that bad karma, partial will come to me because I gave you food. If I don't give you food, you don't have energy to do that bad job. We say, no, this logic we don't understand. That much logic is there. Replace that food with money. I gave my money, okay? It is my money, okay? I am giving this money, full agentship in doing work. I am giving $10 to all of you. Some of you went and smoked. Some of you went and took something prohibited. It is your karma. You will suffer. But you did it with my money. Part of that will come to me. This is invisible. Sometimes illogical. Sometimes devotees bring food. You people bring food. No, today I cook something and Swamijis will eat. This is very old tradition. Devotees bring food for the monks. Swami Brahmanji says, do at least that much japa, do at least that much meditation and repetition of the name of God. Because you have to give something to the devotee who brought food and you ate. What you will give? You don't give money to them. You give certain result of your japa and meditation. Partly will go to them. Actually, you are doing for that purpose. You want to serve holy people because some holiness will come to you. Very simple. Brahmanji says to the monks, you are eating so much food given by the devotees. Indirectly, directly, all food is given by devotees only. Some donors only. After distributing the result and fruits of your japa and meditation, see that something remains for you also. Savings. What is this world? This world is nothing but give and take. And nothing comes free. If I become happy, wow, she brought some food today. Wow, she is a good person because she is a devotee. And I eat it. Did I pay you anything? Apparently not. Is there anything I can get it free of cost? That food costs something, no? That cost will be taken from me anyway, in one way or other. This is the law of karma. Can you go to Mustafa and take whatever you want? No. There is a price tag. You pay money and take the things. Without paying, if you take, shoplifting, and you can be arrested. Here, a devotee brought food for me. I ate it without giving back anything. Not possible. What you give is the part of your good karma, result of your good karma, repetition of mantra, meditation, reading, even this service which I am giving, whatever. Brahmanji says, after giving and distributing to you all who maintain you, see that something remains for you as your own punya karma, your own spiritual progress. It's not easy. It's not easy. There are many things which sometimes you may not have heard. You know, sometimes you will find, because we live in the city and mix with the people and speak English and use computers and mobile phones and all that, our life seems to be mundane life. Some Swamis do not want this life. So they say, Swamiji, allow me to go for 1 year somewhere in Himalayas. So our headquarters permits them. He also has to take food. Here also he used to take food. There also he will take food. You know how they take food? I have never done in my life because I stay in midst of society. They take rice. And you know, ladies, you people earlier time used to do, you take rice in this side of the plate, bring the rice, take out the stone, and here is the clean rice, correct? That you do. With one finger, take 1 grain of rice, do japa, put this side. Second grain, do japa, put this side. As many rice he can do with doing japa, that much only he cooks. And each rice grain is purified by this mantra. Yes, the mass of the rice is donated by somebody. But what he does is much more than what the devotee I'm supposed to give back the cost of 1 kg of rice. He does maybe of 1,000 kg of rice. Every grain he does japa. Jai Ram Krishna, Jai Ram Krishna, Jai Ram Krishna, Jai Ram Krishna. Think that rice, which every grain he has done japa with, he cooks that rice and eats it. It is so pure. It is so pure. We have no idea of the levels of purity people maintain in their life. And I am thinking I am great. No, you are an idiot if you say you are great. Because there are people who live such pure life, we have no idea. Staying on the bank of Ganges, they drink only direct water from Ganga. Oh, Ganga water, pure, impure, I don't care. But I take only that holy water and nothing else. There are people continuously doing japa. And then so much japa they do that even if you give me chocolate, I pay back of whole box of chocolate. Though you gave me only one chocolate, but I give you back so much. Like you buying one chocolate from Mustafa, but you pay for the whole box of chocolate. There are sadhus doing that. Because they take from people. Must give back. This teaching, I'm not eulogizing just by my own brain. Swami Adbhutananda ji was practically illiterate. Came to Sri Ramakrishna. So Sri Ramakrishna, okay, I will tell you simple teachings. You don't need to read philosophy, you don't need to hear Vedanta, nothing. And Thakur told him 4 statements. I don't know if I can remember all the 4. One, he says, Joge jage jege thakbi. Means, be always conscious in giving and taking. Give more than you take. Think of your office setup or wherever you are working, that setup. If you do more work than what is expected of you, your boss is always happy. Correct? But you are interested only in the salary, not doing work. No. Boss cannot be happy with you. Our boss is Sri Ramakrishna. How he can be happy if I keep on taking and not giving back to society? No. Sri Ramakrishna told to Latu Maharaj, be always aware of give and take. Second, Sarvada tar Shivai Rakmi. Be always engaged in the service of the Lord. Or keep an attitude of service. Whomsoever, whatever you are doing is service to Him. Remember that in your mind. Third, Kajer Fake Take Dorbi. Between 2 works, your mind is engaged. You cannot do japa. Between 2 works, find a small time to do japa. Whenever we do mechanical something, your mind can do japa. Now I am speaking, so I cannot do japa, maybe, could be. I cannot do japa. When the lecture will be over, same way I will walk to my office, no? Did anybody stop me from doing japa when I walk here to my office? Or when you go to temple, does anybody say you should not do japa? You don't do, it's your problem. So says, do so much spiritual practice that those who are responsible for your sustenance, you must pay back part of your punya. After paying back to them, you should have enough to progress. Otherwise you cannot progress. Apparently you cannot see. Apparently we all grow senior day by day. All the hairs become white. That is because of the body. But you don't progress spiritually. We don't talk about anybody person here. We have sinned. We have sinned. Life is not the same. Spirituality doesn't depend on your seniority of age. I remember a young brahmachari came, an old monk in his 60s came and told, not many are like him. And that boy has just joined the order. Always aware about why he is a monk. Always aware about his spiritual practices. So idea is this, that fourth one I will try to remember, I will tell next time if I remember properly. So these three are there. Keep your balance between give and take in this world. Between two works, find a time to do japa, remember God. And secondly, always remain in the spirit of service to God. Fourth is there. Fourth is ঘুমের কালে তাকে ডাকবি. Remember him before you sleep. There are so many. Anyway, I try to remember to little elaborate this point, that remember him when you sleep. When you go to sleep, remember him. There is some discussion on that. Thank you. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.